Top fastest moving cards of 2022. Man, we're only a week in. We already get to take a look at the best selling cards for this year. Make sure you smash the like, crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. The top 10 best selling cards of 2022 so far. Sorry guys about Pasadena, by the way. I know that a lot of people were picking up a lot of stuff, getting ready for that YCS, and it's gone. Real shame about that. Though, that replacement mat that we're getting for the event, okay, for the online YCS, I can dig it. Alright, so far, biggest cards. Number 10, Pyre's map. Now, we've seen this for a couple weeks now. Level 1 interactions, monsters with 0 attack. No surprise to the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. The fact that the rank 4 water turbo package kind of comes in and out of top cut every so often here. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. For a card that conflicts with Pot of Extravagance, by the way, I don't know how many of you guys like catch that, by the way, but that's the thing. So, am I surprised about this? No. But Buzzsaw's A1 card. Kraken. Alright, number 9 and 8 here, actually, are Nightmare Unicorn and Phoenix. And here's the thing about these. 40 cents and 43 cents. These, not so much as staple as they once were, but when budget players out here can come along, pick up these cards, and be like, oh, you know, like, I don't have to have, like, an access code talker. I can play, like, a Unicorn and a Phoenix, and I can bridge that gap to local play. That's what you get with the Nightmare Phoenix and the Unicorn package. It gives you that bridging step for accessibility here. So do not underestimate splashability, all right? I know a lot of players out here definitely will be happy to know that, yes, 40 cent, 43 cent cards all across the board will continue to go for some time. Do not underestimate budget players, ladies and gentlemen. They are definitely very, very, very vocal in this community, even if you don't think that they are, all right? Number 7 is Divine Arsenal Zeus. $14, by the way. I don't think that's bad at all. For a card that goes, oh, hey, you know what? Downer Magician's $1 now, effectively. Sky Cavalry Centauria, on the other hand, is not $1, right? That thing's a little bit more expensive out here. The fact that most of your Tri-Brigade packages now have Throwblade, Ram, Ratman. I think most of them playing Rap here and Ram, right? Because they can drop the Ram, do whatever they want, go up into, you know, Throwblade, or into Chalkanine, stack the Borbo, or vice versa, in whichever order that you want. You're basically good to go at that point. Granted, with the loss of the previous Zodiac package, you know, we don't really get like that cool, incredible, insane boards, but this is fine. Alright, seeing this at number 7, understandable. Once again, it's a little bit of a stepping stone here for the budget players. You know, it's not 40 cents. It's definitely not $60 anymore. Nadir Servant. Now this one's interesting. So I understand that we do have the Albaz structure deck pretty far down the line here. Alright, and to be fair, we don't know if we're getting Nadir in this. The OCG did not get Nadir Servant. My fingers are crossed, maybe. You know, maybe the TCG could pull one out of, you know, the air and hit us with it, but they're $14 now. Considerably, the original prints of these were a lot more expensive. I mean, if you're playing the Albaz deck, you don't even need to play Nadir in here. I feel like people that want to get ahead of playing Nadir are the people that just kind of want to have, like, the full build experience here. Just kind of enjoy, I would say, more of a purebred style of a deck. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's affordable. All right, I like how we're stepping stoning here. Zeus was $13 and change. This one's $14.07 on change. All right, same boring stuff we've seen for a while here. Ooh, Space Rock. This doesn't surprise me either. With over a year between Maximum Golden Brothers Legend, the secret reprint of Nibiru couldn't have come sooner. Looking at the recent in the deck archive, Nibiru is obviously one of the top hand traps in the format that's kept it above the $10 mark. All right. Let's be honest here, these were going out of control before the secret reprint. We already saw these spiraling on up to $22. That reprint put this in check. Problem is, as we go another year without another possible reprint, you might have the same story on your hands yet again. You might see Nibiru a couple months down the line here, depending on how Brave shapes up. I mean, Brave could knock this card out of the format. Let's be honest here. A big ol' Omni Negate is pretty good, all right? Or you could just imperm, and then reveal the Nibiru in your hand as your opponent goes, oh, you're just better than me. So that is very much an interaction that you can do at this point, ladies and gentlemen, but that's definitely what we're looking at here, all things considered. All right, next up here is number 4, Stealth Kraken. Now, what's interesting about this is the fact that, I guess, Crooked Cook Turbo does look like a very inviting deck that players might want to mess around with. My problem is Bountiful Princess is an expensive card. All right, a lot of players aren't going to have the chance to pick those up. All right, they're particularly a lot out of a lot of range here. Though you can still play Right Hand Shark and make the Stealth Kraken. You can still make those Crooked Cook combos in a relatively budget-ass deck using Buzzsaw Sharks and just cutting the Bountiful engine. You can do that, all right? And seeing that we have a price point here at $1.25, it looks like players are giving the option tree to that, considering that. I mean, that's an excellent idea, ladies and gentlemen. You know, 2 level 4 water monsters for effectively one of the best float downs in the game for floatability into extra monsters is not a bad thing at all. All right, next up here, Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Okay. These are at $10, ladies and gentlemen, if that, post shipping. Now, we are playing hopscotch with this card, and it is a big one right now. If this card dodges the ban list, I have a feeling these are going to shoot up really, really high. And that's like my fair warning to the community right now, all right? We're playing pancakes, all right? If this card dodges the list, you're probably going to look at $20. If it gets banned, well, you're going to see some sort of just crash in terms of value. This is one of the most insane cards in the modern era Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't really need to talk this up much more than that, all right? Just 2 effect monsters, start full combo, your opponent's looking at you going, yep, no response to us, and you're like, yeah. You end on the DP, and you set up your free pot of greed for the next turn. So, unfortunately, yeah, we're playing hot potato with the value of this card. Hopefully, for ladder, we'll see how it goes. Now, this one's interesting. Astral Kuribo. This is interesting here. It's nuts to see this card so high on the bestseller list. For the uninitiated, Astral Kuribo is probably the best way to put together a near-invincible Crooked Cook. Its summoning conditions is pretty harsh, but the deck only wants to summon an Exceed monster in the first place. It's really easy to have a simple extender for the protection, and it's nothing to sneeze at. Personally, I'm wanting to see this thing on the radar next week at the Remote Duel YCS. It's a long shot, but we've seen weirder things happen. Okay, so this is an extender. Crooked Cook is a number monster, which means you do have the interaction point with this. Seeing the fact that everybody is picking this up, though, this top 10 this week really does tell me that players are looking at Crooked Cook and they're going, okay, this is amazing. Because I tell you, you look at like what's going on in like the competitive community, you're not seeing you're seeing a little bit of Crooked Cook, but like not a lot. So that's very interesting. And then number 1 down here, this does not surprise me at all, is Crossout Designator. Now, I think everybody and their mother has been talking about Crossout at this point because everybody's looking at this card. They're like, $35? Like, that's nuts. All right, you should probably pick these up. And I'm saying the same thing. There's got to be a point where this card crosses over into the realm of insanity, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's what the community all is doing right now. I know you could still pick up $30 copies if you were lucky a couple days ago. We're looking at about 35 right now as I'm making this video. So my warning to you is if you're somebody out here that's been debating on Crossout Designators, people are picking up their copies. They are disappearing off the market. That's not necessarily a good thing for players at this point in time, but you've been warned at this point in time that players are starting to pay attention to this, and we are starting to spiral on up here for the 2022 season. What was the rest of our top cut this week? So we had Gamma came in 11th, just missing the top 10. Allure Darkness, okay, hold on. So Sideframe Gamma, all right, came in at 11, okay. Let's see here. Allure Darkness was number 12, despite having no relevance in the current advanced format, and Infinite Permanence just behind at 13, with Pot of Extravagance and Kraken Spawn down here at 15. That's not a bad weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, for the finance report, that's not bad. Still very intrigued by the whole Crooked Cook Turbo thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, guys, what do you think about all the cool little interactions and stuff that are happening here, guys? Please leave a comment down. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe, and see you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later, and there with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.